Oh yeah, I got something to show y'all. It's amazing. Got this little certificate thing for Still, for my grandfather. So we went and bought an actual chainsaw. It's the MS 291. It's like $4.79. We got $200 off, so we ended up buying oil and fuel for it, which we did a little bit with it, but that thing will suck fuel down faster than my truck. I've lubed up the windows and on that side, so they roll down real nice. Lubed up my hinges, or my strikers hinges here. That door over there doesn't creak anymore, it opens smoothly. Lubricated the tailgate, the hood. The hood, which you can see, is like way off. I gotta do something about that. I think I'm just gonna take it off and do something crazy with it. Lube that up. The stuff like ends up getting it all wet, so it gets in there. So there's a little. They'll make some noise, but man, it opens up real nice now. Oh, I think my hood is loose. Oh. Yeah, it seems to be back. Okay, well, something I'll dig with later. But, so, my temp gauge, from time to time, generally when I need it, will go buried all the way to the H. Initially we thought, oh, it's overheating, but then I put a temp gun on it, and you know, it's been running for an hour, and it says it's hot in there with the lights and fan on. You come down here, put the temp gun on it, and it says 180, right at operating temperature, so you're like, And you got this, you know, it's at like 120, and this feels normal. This here is like cold, and so you're like, it can't be overheating, that's impossible. So, well, what I did is when it was having that issue, I came back here and felt around the grounds. The main ground to the battery, to the engine, is fine. It didn't change anything. Come to this ground here at the back, and I touched it right here. I pulled up on the intake manifold, and and check this out. If you can look at that. We need a new ground cable there. So anyways, well, that would wiggle a little bit, and it would put just enough resistance on that cable where it would send all the gauges haywire, and then this thing would idle kind of funny. So I've added a supplemental ground wire, which just comes over here to my carburetor, and I haven't had a single issue. And then there was a section here on this wire, like the rest of this is fine, but right up here it was all like just like all green and nasty, so I cut that off and put some fresh wire on there, so that's good there. My lights are nice and bright, they don't flicker, the interior lights work great, radio stays on, so I think I figured my electrical issue was just stupid ground. So go figure, right? So anyways, this thing has been doing pretty good ever since my little fix. Pretty thirsty though. Probably suck down a whole tank of gas in about a week, but hey, whatever. It's just a 6,500 pound truck with a V8 that has to run a 3-speed automatic that takes a lot of energy on its own to run, and then the freaking gearing's a 3-to-1, so it's like, oh crap. And let's see, this old brake master cylinder setup here, we're gonna end up going away from this and using the newer style. I did a test and took a brake master cylinder from a 97 F-150 and putting it on an old F-100, and they fit. Even the little rod in here that you can remove was the same length. It was the same style and everything. So we'll end up removing this, and we may have to change the ends on here, so I'm going to buy a proper flaring tool for that, and we'll have new fittings and whatnot. So basically we'll have a brand new master cylinder with the aluminum body and a plastic tank. They're super cheap. Like for a 88 F250, they're like $30. It's 15 more than this piece of crap, and you'll never regret putting it on there. And then we're gonna do a new brake booster and whatnot. So, and then once we get the diesel engine here, all this Ford Durspark crap will get out of here. Oh, I can't wait. I am going to get a, this is going to get relocated, by the way. That's going to have a newer style thing anyways, blah, blah. I'm going to get an air filter kit for a Dodge Ram. So it'll mount right here, and then it'll come over to my turbo, which will be down here. And then we're going to cut a hole right in here, and then through the fender. And then we're going to mount a snorkel somewhere. I might even have to have one custom made because this is a little bit longer than what it would be on a Jeep or a Ram. So, but I want to put a snorkel on there somewhere, somehow, somewhere, just so that it's always taking fresh air from there. And if I drive through a water puddle, it won't suck it up into my engine and kill it. But anyways, hood shit's lovely. She needs a bath. It's pretty dirty. I think I got what I need. I'm gonna grab my gas can. I might run and get some gas. But anyways, I'll let you guys know about my new job. I'm really crossing my fingers for the nighttime one because I really would like to have that money, especially because there's also overtime that I can work. So I'm totally cool with that. So now, as you know, this truck, before I bought it, has sat for a long time, probably about 4 or 5 years, and I guess the sun or something was always beaming down on this panel, so it has just faded it. So what we're gonna clean it up. I'm gonna sand it down a little bit, and then we're gonna paint it. It's gonna be a slightly different color, but it'll look better than what it is now. This is a duplicate color, high performance vinyl fabric. It's like a sand color. Does it actually say what color it is? I don't know. But we'll spray it on a piece of cardboard first, and it's a little bit lighter than this. I mean, clearly it's a whole different shade, but you know what? I think a few cans of that, we could repaint this whole interior to one color. And I got this bad boy here, this Husky. And it's great. Put it in the back of the truck, full loaded with the tools. Love it. Just need gloves. I have some tools. Let's see, where's my cross point? I got a cross. Here it is. Handy dandy one. Hey, why not? Now it matches. Oh, just killed this can off. This can is pretty much done. Yeah, we're getting left air. Okay, cool. We'll let these items sit for probably about an hour. Look at that. That's amazing. Got kind of crappy right here, but oh well. I like it. It'll look great. I will be getting a new dash top. This is all messed up from the sun, and I got Adam's food in there. This top is really easy to remove. This thing is junk though. It needs to go. Get the new one. And I think I'm gonna make new ends, new solder ends. Well, the sun's faded the wiring. That's cool. That's awesome. This I want to mount somewhere more permanently and have this light in here hooked up, so it'll come on when the cab lights are on, or when you turn the lights on, so you'll see all the gauges. Same thing with the tack. So yeah, I like that color. That will brighten this thing up, and then when I get my new Explorer seats, they will be like a color like that. Even after revinyl, I'll keep it the same color. Leather, not vinyl or cloth. I want leather. The factory cruise control I'm going to remove from this truck. So what will that let me do is I'm gonna buy a new steering wheel, because this is all falling apart, because it's just old nasty plastic. So they have a new thing, a new steering wheel. I'm gonna, or at least a new one of these. Actually, that's what I wanted to replace. The rest of the steering wheel is actually and now I'll just throw a new steering wheel on it. Or maybe I'll get one of those racing ones, but I kind of want to keep it a Ford steering wheel. So I'm gonna get a whole new steering wheel. This one's, yeah, it's old, it's sun baked. That's why you got that crack. I didn't even notice that was there. That's funny. New sumbitch. And then there's some aftermarket cruise control thing that has a thing that goes in between the little cable up there. So as long as it fits, I'll be able to have me some cruise control that will work properly, and it's not going to be a factory thing, so I won't have to worry about parts and whatnot. So it'll have cruise control, not necessarily factory cruise control, but it'll have aftermarket cruise control, which should work just fine. What else? Oh yeah, we're gonna paint this thing. So what we're gonna do is, probably in a couple weeks, we're gonna peel this chrome, or was chrome, trim off, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna tape up all along here, and then clean it really good. I'm gonna give it a bath, let it dry, and we're gonna paint this underside, the rubberized truck coating. So we're gonna sand it all down, and then we're gonna sand it to get this out of the way. Maybe take the bumper off and sand right in here and tape it off. So it'll be the truck coating all the way to the front and in here. So we'll take the front bumper off as well. And then as for the truck bed, we'll just tape it off along here, along this chrome strip. And then up here and up, we'll just paint that all black, or it'll have the truck coating on it. And then the inside of this, I'm going to take this liner out and I'll store it somewhere, but the inside of this will be truck bed coated. Or actually, I'll leave this in here and we'll just do this railing, and there, that way it's kind of just black. I will get a rhino lining in this, so the rhino lining will replace this thing that's for a Dodge Ram. So that's kind of my plans. We're gonna be doing painting stuff just to make it look nice, you know, nicer. And then the interior, we'll do this other panel probably tomorrow or some other day. Get that one done up real nice. Dash we'll end up painting too. And then all my instrument cluster stuff, we're gonna replace a lot of that. We'll have new gauges in the coming months. Let's see. That's still tacky. Still tacky. I'll give you a progress report when we're all done here.